All right, bro, what's going on, man? I want to make a quick video today on an important topic that I've been asked a question to a bunch of times, which is like, how long does it actually take to get jacked, right? How long does it take you to actually build that muscle, get that definition where you have an above average physique, that's attractive to women, right? That you can be proud of, that really boosts your self-esteem. Bro, I'm outside right now. There's like freaking lizards and shit all around me. I'm in Florida, so I was just, I'm on my walk right now, getting my steps in, and I thought I'd make this video for you because I've been asked this question like so many times, and the best way to answer this is really to think, what is your definition of jacked? For me, it's just basically a guy who's got an above average physique. You're lean enough and you've got enough muscle to where it really shows and it allows you to stand out. So for me, I consider myself to be jacked by my definition, but your definition might be a little bit different and your expectations might be a little bit different. So it all depends on what your definition even is. See, for me, just being above average, just like having, say, 12% body fat with good muscle definition and building, maybe you put on 10 pounds of muscle, that is jacked, in my opinion, because you stand out way above the average guy. The average person, the average male in America is probably like, 20 to 25% body fat, and he doesn't even lift. So it's like, you can easily, bro, you can easily become above average in terms of your physique by putting in, a solid year. Say you go on a cut, right? So say the first year, you have too much body fat, you go on a cut while also lifting, making sure you're getting enough protein, all the things that we always talk about on the channel, the healthy habits, the mindset habits, you will build an above average physique within a year. Now, you may not be jacked in the sense of what you see in terms of me, like on my Instagram or on my YouTube. You may not reach my physique because the other element of this is your genetics, right? A lot of people don't want to talk about this because it's something that's kind of a touchy topic, but it's just the reality. You may lift for a year, 2 years, doing all the right things and never be as big as I am or as muscular as I am. And that we don't know. We just don't know. Or maybe you will you will become insanely more jacked than I am or build more muscle than I have. It all comes down to your genetics. So you can't really change your genetics, but what you can do is you can make sure that you stay consistent and make sure that you continue to improve yourself. And if you give that enough time, you will succeed in becoming jacked, right? Because everybody can become jacked to the point where they're above average in terms of, the general population if you put in your work, if you put in some work. So for me, when you see like my Instagram, my YouTube, that like the physique I have right now has taken me about 2 years. We're going to be going on 2.5 years of me consistently lifting to achieve that physique. And that's with me having good muscle building genetics, right? I don't have bad muscle building genetics. So it's really just comes down to that, bro. It comes down to how much are you willing to put in and what's the input that you're going to be doing in order to get the output, which is actually getting jacked. If you're going to go to the gym for, a week here and there, and then, you do it for 6 months and then you quit for 6 months and you're inconsistent and you're just being a bitch, you can't expect to get jacked, dude. You can't, because you're not being consistent enough to get the result that you want. Have I taken breaks throughout those 2.5 years? Yeah, I've taken breaks. I've taken breaks. I've taken, a 1 week, 2 week hiatus when I go on a vacation or something like that. Like right now, I'm on vacation. I'm down in Florida. As you can see, this is not our typical setting. But the thing is like if you go on vacation, even when I'm on vacation, I'm still lifting. I'm still doing push-ups. I'm still like exercising every single day, just because that's so important for your mental health and everything. But at the end of the day, bro, you can become jacked. You can build an above average physique within a year, probably. You may not be jacked in the sense of you look like a bodybuilder. You may not be jacked in the sense that you look like me because maybe you don't have the genetic potential that I do. Or maybe, you will surpass my genetic potential. I don't know. But all I know is that you can become jacked within probably about a year's time if you're really willing to put in the work and stay consistent, right? Every single week, making sure you're hitting the right macros, you're in a calorie deficit or a bulk, making sure you're getting enough protein, make sure you're progressive overloading every single week. There's no reason why within a year you can't have an amazing physique. There's just no reason. The only reason that you might not be doing that right now is because you're not taking the right actions necessary to get that result. A lot of us want these results, right? We have all these goals like in terms of fitness, money, women, but the reality is you can't control the result as much as you can control the input. And the input just comes down to the habits that you do every single day. Do you go to the gym 3, 4 times a week, or are you just going 1 time a week? Like, are you actually taking this seriously? Like, if you want to get jacked, bro, you can't be sitting here going, oh, I'm going to go to the gym 1 day a week here and there. Oh, I'm going to skip 3 weeks. Like, that's never going to work. When I first got into the gym, just to give you perspective, okay, I was going hard 6 days a week, progressive overloading, and I was doing that for about the first year because that's what I needed to get myself consistent. Now, that's probably a bit overdoing it, to be honest with you. You know, a lot of times I just recommend, you know, you get in there for 4 days a week, 5 days a week at the upper range. But a lot of guys, if you've got that extra time, you can find a way to make that time. You know, the faster and the more volume you put in, the faster you're going to get that output. So I think part of why for me I've seen such steady growth over time, and I've gotten more and more, you know, muscular as time goes on and more jacked, is number one, my genetics, right? I've got good muscle building genetics. Number two, I stay consistent. Every single week I'm trying to improve in some aspect, right? In some aspect of leveling up, in some aspect of pushing myself. And so, you know, for me, it's taken about, you know, 2.5 years to get to this point. That's just what it is. It's taken 2.5 years, but it's completely worth it because it'll completely change your life. You know, getting jacked, like I've talked about on this channel all the time, makes it so much easier with women, makes it so much easier when it comes to business, you know, dealing, you know, doing business deals, getting respect from people. It changes your life completely. And I think, you know, 2 years of consistent hard work is 100% worth it, you know, for the results that you get from being jacked. I don't see it as being a negative at all. And so I think a lot of guys, they just want it to come fast. You know, you want it to come fast, you want the results fast, which I did too, but it's never actually going to happen until you actually put in the work, right? You got to put in the work day after day after day, week after week after week. So that would be what I tell you, is just like, you know, it's going to take you some time. It's going to take you some time. Don't listen to these people out here who are like, oh, bro, you can get jacked in fucking, you know, 60 days. It's like, bro, you're not going to get jacked in 60 days, bro. Okay, let me just be honest with you. You can lose fat, yeah. You can get lean, but if you want to get like muscular, dog, it's slow. Building building muscle is slow. It doesn't just happen like that. So it's going to take you some time. All right. You're going to have to be patient, and you're going to have to actually put in the work to get the results. If you're not willing to do that, bro, you're never going to get jacked. And even with doing the habits consistently, progressive overloading, it could literally take you a lot longer than it took me, just because of where you are genetically. So I can't give you an exact answer what it's going to be for you, because you're different than me, right? But for me, I can tell you it's taken me about 2.5 years to get to this point, and my physique is definitely above average, right? I look like, when I'm going out on the beach and stuff, I definitely stand out because nobody else does the work, bro. No one else wants to do the hard work. Where am I? No one else wants to do the hard work, bro. They don't want to put in the, you know, the work. They don't want to, but they want the results. So it's like, you got to make that choice for you, bro. Are you going to put in the work? Or are you going to sit there and complain and be like, oh, bro, my physique, I'm not growing, blah, 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 blah. But that's basically it, man. You know, I always say, if you want more help, link in the description. I got my coaching down there. If you need help, you know, hit me up. But like, otherwise, you just got to stay consistent and put in the work, dude. But yeah, so 2.5 years for me. But a lot of that time too, I was also fucking around. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just doing random exercises. I had no game plan. So that's why now I offer coaching, so that you can actually get the help that you need, so you're not fucking around wasting time. So that's basically it, bro. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Let me know how long you've been lifting. Let me know if you've seen significant progress. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.